Marhaban, hello everyone, with you here is Rashid the Arab Gamer, gaming from the Arab world, and today I got myself a new Nintendo 3DS XL. Now this is the PAL version, so it's in English, and it came out for some odd reason. They released the PAL version and the Japanese version, but they didn't release the American version, which is really weird. So for those of you who have Region 1 games, and you know, I feel you, bro, I feel you. But in case you're wondering, it's because the 3DS is region locked, which is kind of stupid. Anyways, here we have the box. It's a very simple box. Very nice and thin. I got it in metallic blue. I don't know why they wrote the font like that. It kind of feels like cheap. It's kind of like, you know, like someone stamped it the wrong way. But I got metallic blue and I got the XL. I know a lot of people are saying, why didn't you get the regular one? Because you can change facelifts and you can change, you know, it has the SNES color buttons. But for me, I love the bigger screen and I always stick to the XL. That's just me. So anyways, let's take a look. Opening it up. And now we got the DS, the 3DS, and this is how it looks like. As described, it is metallic blue. I actually left some of my fingerprints on it. So it's kind of a different design. Here you can put in the 3DS games. You can put your headphone jack is here, and for some odd reason the pen is here. So it's really weird. Interesting, not that it's bad, but it's really weird that they decided to put the pen here. And you can power it on using this button right here. So just to give you kind of a quick look, this is the top side. The back side says new Nintendo 3DS. And the cameras, which have been reduced in size. So of course, let's see what's new about this. Here we have the system. It has a C-stick now. That's one of the cool things about it. It has a nice little C-stick, so you can actually play Smash Brothers or any other 3D game that might support the Controller Pro analog stick, but without actually buying the analog. The analog nub here feels different as well. It feels smoother. It doesn't feel like the other one. And the D-pad is also more or less the same, but it's in a better angle, I guess, because before it used to be here, now it's more here, it's more up, so I don't get any cramps while playing games, mostly fighting games. And the volume button has been put here, and the 3D slider. The slider feels heavier. It's not like the old 3DS where it's been like kind of loose. Here it's a bit thick. It feels like, you know, it feels more robust than the last one. And let's power it on. See if it does a new intro. No, still pretty much the same. It's still pretty much the same, but let me switch off the 3D, but the clarity in the picture feels considerably better than the other 3DS. Okay. There's also been added some buttons here. Forgot to highlight them, but you can actually use these buttons here, which used to be compatible with the Circle Pad Pro, but of course you don't need that anymore because these buttons here will help you play more different kind of games, I guess. And one other thing I also appreciated was that it's lighter. It doesn't feel as heavy as the other XL. That's a big plus for me. I think it's also thinner. I'll be doing a comparison shortly after this, but it feels considerably lighter and it doesn't feel heavy, and the buttons feel more like buttons. Overall, it feels more like a robust, professional version of the 3DS XL, which is a good thing. There were some things I didn't like about the XL. It felt a bit too plasticky, too cheap, kind of like a toy, but here it feels more like a man's gamepad, if that makes any sense. But that's pretty much how it looks like. Another interesting detail is the camera. As you can see, there is a sensitive light mode. So basically, it has an auto brightness, kind of like your mobile phone. So it detects if the room is dark, it might brighten it up. No, it will decrease the brightness. But if you're, let's say, outside and you can't see what's going on, it'll increase the brightness automatically. That's one of the cool new features about that is only exclusive to the new Nintendo 3DS, as well as the NFC reader, which is built in. So if you have an amiibo, you can just put it in here. The buttons have also changed. Before start and select used to be here. Now they're here, kind of like the classic Nintendo DS, or should I say Nintendo DS Lite. The buttons are here now. They're no longer here, which is better because it used to be always annoying. You had to go like this and like this just to push start and select. Now the only thing that's here is the home button. And that is overall the new Nintendo 3DS. Let's close this for you. And what else do we got here? Of course, you got the AR cards. These are used to play the augmented reality games that come with pretty much all Nintendo 3DS systems. And here you have the manual that says new Nintendo 3DS manual. So it says new here, so it's different. Presume they just give you kind of a quick tour of the system for like noobs. Plug in electricity, power on. Use touchscreen. So you get the picture. This is the operation manual, so it's more detailed, which none of us will ever read. And that's it. I kind of flew through. But that's pretty much it. Now I will switch to another video showing you guys a comparison between the new Nintendo 3DS XL and my other Nintendo 3DS XL. Hi everyone, and now I'm back here showing a bit of a comparison. So just to show you guys, this is the new Nintendo 3DS is right here on the left side, while the classic 3DS is right here. They're both XL. Generally speaking, the screen size seems to be the same, but here it's a bit bigger. I did notice it was a bit bigger, and there is more clarity in terms of picture and design. So I want to also show you guys sort of the, how should I say, thickness of each system. So here we have sort of a quick kind of breakdown. They're both, actually, you know, I thought the new Nintendo 3DS XL was thinner, but they're both generally the same size. It is still thinner. It does feel lighter than the original 3DS XL, but they're both generally the same sort of size, generally speaking. I mean, if you're getting a 3DS XL, don't expect a huge leap in difference. But again, I got the XL because I like the bigger screen, and it does feel considerably lighter. Another thing that I just noticed right now is that the new Nintendo 3DS does not have a Wi-Fi switch. Usually, like here, you could switch off the Wi-Fi on and off. Let me just fix that. So you can see here there's a Wi-Fi switch, but for some odd reason the new Nintendo 3DS XL does not have that, or any of the new Nintendo 3DS systems. Instead, I would have to go to the settings and enable it and disable it from here. It's a weird thing. I'm not used to it, but it's still it's not a deal breaker for me in any way. It's still there. I can switch it on and off anytime I want. So this was the video about the new Nintendo 3DS. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave your comments. With you was Rashid the Arab Gamer, gaming from the Arab world, Ya Aziz.